going to go over the differences between voice and exit when trying to implement or urge on change. An example of voice is writing a letter, talking at a meeting, giving a new solution, giving a suggestion. Exit is leaving. It's you're at the negotiation table, you've given your voice, you've given your suggestion, and now you're leaving. Our society is at a crossroads. I don't think it's that crazy to say that. I think we all feel it. Everyone's frustrated. No one likes politics. Both parties don't have any solutions to the current climate. All of this is just a given. All of this is what's happening. Look outside. Look on your Facebook feed. Look on your Twitter feed. This is how people feel. The experts were wrong. They don't know anything. We're not prepared. They are not prepared. Our leaders are not leading us in a good direction. Period. I believe a lot of us have voiced that. We've all voiced that. We put in different people from different parties all the time. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. I have found a way to exit. Mentally, I have exited from the current crony game. I believe you have to hit the source of all of these societal issues at the source. The source is the money. The money is broken. The money does not hold its value. Prices of goods rise, wages don't. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. That's true. The money is the problem. This false capitalism versus socialism debate in the United States is fake. That's used to control you. The people in power want you arguing about that. The people in power want you arguing about red team versus blue team and capitalism versus socialism. Both of those are fake arguments. The rulers of this country choose the nominees of both the parties, and then we're given the choice of who the president is. That's fake. And then they both unanimously vote to print money and hand it to banks and hand it to corporations because the corporations used their savings for stock buybacks that enrich their executives. I no longer care if that's a conservative talking point or a liberal talking point. That is what's happening in the United States. And the reason why that's happening is because the money is broken. Inflation does not allow a company or an individual to save their stored up work. Everyone is chasing yield all the time because the money does not hold value. Because the people in charge print more money and hand it to their friends. Hand it to the industries that lobby the hardest. That does not work for me anymore. I'm not going to sit around and play red team versus blue team, capitalism versus socialism. We have socialism. We print money and hand it to rich people. This is the Genesis block of Bitcoin. This was written in the code in 2009 when the code was released. Bitcoin was released open source on the internet for a time such as this. It was released in the first or the latest global financial crisis, who we said was once in a generation global financial crisis. But we're suffering another one a decade later. That doesn't make any sense. I have voiced suggestions. You want me to write an email to the governor asking him to open up the state of California? That, we all know that doesn't work. You want to go talk at your city council meeting and say, hey, it's kind of weird that flower shops are closed down while big businesses are allowed to stay open, and none of this data is adding up on anything. Why are you guys doing this? How has that worked for anyone? Has that worked for anyone? In my experience, that does not work for me. I've never seen any real change from that kind of thing. Bitcoin is a way to exit. It's not perfect, but it does strike at the source of the issue. The source of the issue is money printing. No one is able, look, again, come at it from the side of, hey, the data was correct. They're like very serious health concerns. You know, society needs to stop for 3 months. No one has savings for that because the money is broken. This isn't a statement on whatever you think about the virus. That's fine. Either way is fine with me. The money is broken. No one's savings work. They were using the stock market for their savings because savings accounts themselves don't pay any interest. And if you keep the cash at home, you lose purchasing power. That doesn't work for me anymore. That's the reason why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. There is a new system. There is a new solution. In the same way that Uber built around the taxi unions, in the same way that Airbnb built around the hotel industry, there is now a free market for money. The government monopoly on the money is over. I no longer trust them. I do not trust the Federal Reserve. I do not trust the United States government to be in control of the money supply. That does not work for me. The US government and the Federal Reserve are the ones causing the wealth inequality. The US government and Federal Reserve are the ones that are causing savings to not work. They're causing the need for workers to be on this constant treadmill of being a cubicle slave. And that doesn't work for me anymore. Read about Bitcoin. Give it a chance. Understand that you may need to exit. Continue to give a voice if you feel like that's working. Start to look at possibilities for exit.